Welcome back, guys. Finally, we're really sorry for the delay. You know, this is a DPS stream tournament, but it's actually an ESL event, and there was an allegation that was made of one of the players that was on the team, literally whatever, that we just saw beat out the Absurd in that match now quite a while ago. And ESL had to look into that as per what they do as a company, trying to give you guys a fair and balanced tournament setup. So they had to go and verify some things, and it turns out, unfortunately, literally whatever was disqualified from this tournament, they're going to be sat completely out, and the Absurd is going to be moving up in its stead, fighting, I believe it's Dodge or Die. So we're going to be showing you guys Dodge or Die right now versus the Absurd. It's unfortunate that literally whatever had to be disqualified, but you know, that's what happens when you kind of bend the rules, you know?
When we bend the rules and you don't follow them, we have to wait for you, and the stream has to wait, and the community suffers. So they're disqualified. We're moving on. We're going to show Dodge or Die versus the Absurd. The winner of this actually is going to qualify for the World Tournament Series on February 7th, guys. Don't forget that. But we are going to show you that semifinal match. Now, we did run the giveaway while you guys were waiting. We do have the winner for that as well. Christian, who won our gem code giveaway that we did right before we cut to a break.
I believe it was La Blueberry. Yes, it was. It was La Blueberry. Congratulations! It's right there on the screen for you. So congratulations if you're still even around at this point. We actually drew you quite a long time ago. We're going to go ahead and give you a message, so make sure you check that. It might be in the other tab or something like that, so make sure you're checking your messages actively after the stream actually happens. Once again, I do want to just apologize again.
Sorry, guys.
ESL has to do things a certain way as per their company policies. It's out of our hands. We were sitting here wondering what was going to happen, just like the rest of you guys. It's so that ESL can provide a fair tournament for you guys, so that
and you know, it's not like we can comment on the decision one way or another.
Exactly.
We're just told, hey, we're looking into rules interpretation. We didn't write the rules. We don't know what the rule is. We're just waiting for ESL, the admins that are running the behind the scenes, to tell us what to do and what to say. So it's not like we could have told you anymore. I know you guys were screaming at us in chat for that, but we couldn't tell you. So sorry. So we're going to go ahead and move right into this match, and we're going to go ahead and see who is going to qualify for the World Tournament Series. I do know while we were waiting, see, we couldn't show you guys the Absurd match because that had actually already finished. The Absurd versus Radioactive match, the Absurd has moved on to the finals. So we have the Absurd in the finals. They have also punched their ticket for the World Tournament Series qualifier happening on February 7th. But now we have the Absurd versus Dodge or Die. Again, the winner of this not only moves on to the finals and has a chance at a cash prize, but they're also going to be moving on to the finals today and the World Tournament Series. So we're just waiting for... Well, we have Dodge or Die. We're just waiting for the Absurd to get into the server as quickly as we possibly can.
And it looks like Backpack is in, so it looks like they're going to be filing in here one at a time. Let's go ahead and let's hop into the match if we can. Let's start looking at the team that we have yet to see today. We see Tarsus, we see H-Man, we see K, we see Zombify. I believe OEGS is their 5th that they're running today. Those are some names that we know, Justin. Those are some names that we know. Cade, been around for a long time. He was at the original PAX tournament. I believe that was actually at PAX Prime, though. So potentially he could see himself at another tournament being held at PAX, as well as Zombify could potentially see themselves at both PAX tournaments for the NA because of the WTS. So we'll have to see how that pans out. H-Man and Anis Tarsus, obviously from Apex Prime, a very solid PvP team around the time of TOL 1, still strong in TOL 2, kind of fell apart after that though. Osterjeg's obviously been around for a while, was just in the Beijing WTS tournament in China. So a very solid team here going up against the Absurd. So they're gonna have some work to pull off. You know, they managed to get through because of that disqualification, but Absurd is still a strong team. We're gonna have to see where it goes. Let's go ahead and check out the builds that Absurd are running while they're getting into this match. It looks like we're just waiting on Ostrich Eggs to get on team, and we're just waiting on one more person from Absurd to get there. But let's go ahead and look at the builds. Let's get back into the swing of esports, boys. Let's get this going, back into it. We're sorry for the delay, but we're back now. Let's get it going.
All right, so we got Backpack running the build that he kind of wrote a guide for just recently. He's running that Celestial Rifle build, going with the Slick Shoes. The reason he does that is because of the Stun Breaker. It's on a 25-second cooldown, and you get a lot of hard CC coming out on a 45-second cooldown. You can use those Slick Shoes especially in the downstate game. They're very helpful, running with the trait 60044. Next, they have a Warrior running with a Shout build, the Celestial Shout build that we are pretty standard or used to seeing now in the NA scene and the EU scene. Celestial Amulet, Soldier Runes, Shouts, and they're running with the Sword, Warhorn, Longbow, and also running with the traits 10463. Next, we have the Thief. This is actually not Zeus. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong one here. This is their Thief. They have a Zerker Amulet, Strength Rune, running with the Sword Dagger build 20066. So going for that evasion that the sword provides, along with that steady DPS. Then we also have Zeus running a Fresh Air build that he pretty much is also known for, running that Zerker Amulet, going with the Rune of the Holbrick, Scepter, Focus, running with the traits 06044. All right, so that, and then we have the last member of the Absurd, so I will show you his build as well. He's running with the Celestial Amulet, Sword, Warhorn, Rune of the Soldiers, all Shouts, and then also with the traits 00464. All right, Herix, let's go ahead and look at Dodge or Die.
All right, so looking first over here at Anis Tarsus. Tarsus has been around for quite a while. He's going to be running Sword, Warhorn, Longbow here. He's going to be running Celestial Amulet. He's going to be running Soldier Amulet, or Soldier Rune, sorry, with the Shouts there. He opted for Fear Me over what some of the EU players were using, which is that On My Mark, the 10 Vuln stack. So he's going to be getting that CC. He's going to be running 10463. This is a build that we saw a lot in World vs. World that a lot of teams have kind of picked up in recent matches. So it's interesting to see that kind of develop and cross over into PvP. Looking now over at Zombify. Zombify is going to be running the typical build that we see a lot recently. However, he opted for a rune change. He's going to be running Staff, Scepter, Dagger. He's going to be running Carrion Amulet. Instead of Nightmare Runes, he's going to be running Traveler, I assume, for the movement speed, but he is going to be running 06404 for his traits. Looking now at Cade. Cade is going to be running Acro, Dagger, Pistol today. A little change up from what we're used to seeing Cade running. He's going to be running with the Pack Rune as well as the Berserker Amulet. Typical short bow setup as well. The traits being, as I said, 2066, the Acro setup for DP. Not the first time we've seen it, but I expect a lot of DP thieves to potentially move over to this as they might need some survivability. Now looking over at H-Man, he's going to be running Dagger Ellie today. He's going to be running Holbrack Rune, Celestial Amulet with the traits being pretty typical 00266. Last but not least, there we go, Ostrich Eggs. He's going to be running Rifle, Selly, Holbrack Runes with the trait setup of 60044. And that is it for builds. Let's get this game going. Both teams are readied up. The game is about to start. We are right underway, 10 seconds, or just about 10 seconds until we get this match going. After a really, really long wait, we're finally about to go, so let's get the splits going. What's happening here, Justin?
All right, so normally you see both teams like to push the side node again on this point because it's so easy to do. We see both teams actually do that. The Absurd are sending their Thief, their NG, and their Elementalist out the side gate. Meanwhile, Dodge or Die sending their Necro and their NG. That Necro-NG combo is very powerful when paired together. They're going in right away for the mine node, trying to get there at least before it is capped. They are not going to get there in time. Zombify pulled up and started pulling back a little bit to help Oegs, who was actually interrupted while he was trying to cast on the beach. In the meantime, we have 1v1 developing over on the keep and what appears to be a 2v2 on the henge. So, a lot, again, coming out from
the red team, they're able to get that free cap on the mine right now with that interrupting the cross over on the beach at the start of this game. So looks like the Absurd is starting to pull ahead here in the early goings, but you know, very easy to turn this around if you're Dodge or Die. You just got to win one of these fights. And it looks like over on mine, Backpack has gone into the downstate here. Is going to get res though, so you know, neither team has gained the advantage on this fight on mine, but it is capped in favor of the Absurd right now. So no points in favor of Dodge or Die yet. They need to win a fight here very quickly. Looks like their opening might be at the Henge, but that 2v2 still isn't decided yet. Cade, though, just went into the downstate for Dodge or Die. That's not good. He's on the Henge point right now. In the meantime, Demise has also gone down for the Absurd over here on the mine. You know, again, quickly, Cade has been stomped out over on the Henge. That's going to help the Absurd actually over on the Henge now, as it is turned into just a 1v1 over there, as we can see in the picture-in-picture. But looks like Zombify is going to pull back off of the mine node, as they seem to have secured that by taking out, Oegs has taken out Demise and is capping that for the blue team. So the blue team is taking the red node's point away. They're going to get a full cap on it and start coming back into this game, Christian.
Yeah, it looks like right now Tarsus and Cade doing some work on Ozzy here. They're going to try to take him down soon because they really need something to happen, sorry, they really want something to happen here because they have both side nodes. If they can solidify this cap here, if they can push them off of keep while simultaneously holding both of those, that's a 3-cap scenario for them. Dodge or Die really wants to see that happen. They can get an early lead starting. You know, they had mine capped for the Absurd for such a long time that they kind of you know, they were losing pretty bad there for like 40 points, not really seeing any headway. But then all of a sudden, you know, Zombify and Ostrich Eggs got that mine point. Ostrich Eggs handling that 1v1 versus, I believe it's Zeus there. Yeah, Zeus is there with the 1v1, and Ostrich Eggs pushes them off, as we can see, just kind of kiting him around that point, and he's got control over it. So they're not going to be losing Hinge or Mine anytime soon. But if we look right here at Keep, Ozzy under a lot of pressure, but he might be able to get away unless Cade follows him out. We're going to have to see what happens. Zombify in the downstate here. H-Man moving up. Are they going to be able to get the res, or are they just going to leave him? It looks like they're just going to leave him. Anis Tarsus is right there. He might try to get something going, but it does not look like there's enough time. Cade is very, very low right now with Ozzy right there. He's going to reflect the projectiles just to make sure that that longbow won't do anything. Ostrich Eggs moves in here. He's going to potentially take out Ozzy, and if he can do that, that's going to set up some really great stuff for blue team after Zombify actually got taken out, and they push Ozzy right off, so they're going to be able to get some cap going if they can push Demise off next. Demise is there with a 2v1 versus a Selly Rifle NG and a Shouts Warrior. It's not going to look good for him unless someone can come in and help him, and there's so much condies going on here right now. Ostrich pushing him around. The supply crate is down right now. H-Man moves in, takes him out with the other members of Dodge or Die here, and they stomp him out, and that's looking good for Dodge or Die right now because they're up over about to be 80 points lead with Ostrich Egg capping Keep right now and moving out towards Mine, where they're going to have a skirmish fight off point where they're going to potentially be able to push them into their own base here and hold this 2-cap for quite a long time. Vrail right now under heavy pressure, as we can see, with Cade and Ostrich Eggs supporting one another and taking him out there, as we can see, and he's going to get the SR out and just try to stay alive for as long as possible, but he's going to get bled out for sure. Cade's now going to move over to this fight, try to help out Zombify, who just got dropped into downstate right there. Tarsus is going to try to move in and support his teammate, but he's going to get completely cleaved out, Zombify that is, and Zombify is fully out here. Anis Tarsus is next to go down potentially if they're going to take him out. The burn ticks are still on him, but he gets away, he cleanses it off, but there's the next set of condies, and he cleanses it too, and Demise is going to get this cap in the favor of Absurd here.
Yeah, you know what? Just Dodge or Die doing a great job here, winning these fights pretty handedly. You know, they're all strong players. Again, we mentioned Oegs was on the Absurd actually for that trip to China. He was removed from the roster when he got back from China. But, you know, that tells you the kind of caliber of players on Dodge or Die. Cade was also a former member of the Absurd during that trip on TOG, during that run that they had on TOG. And then we also have H-Man and Tarsus, 2 former members of Apex, another top team, winners of TOL1. So these are all high-level players that have come together on this team. Zombify was an all-star playing in the Gamescom All-Star event, so it's no surprise to me that they really are taking it to the absurd here in the early going. Even though the absurd has some really well-known players on it and some really skilled players on it, just looking at the dominance that so far that has come out from Dodge or Die, to me isn't too surprising given the kind of high-caliber players that we have on that team. So we do have a 2v3 actually in favor of Dodge or Die here on the mine node. One member of Dodge or Die has already peeled off, assuming that his team can kind of take that fight. So looking at the mine, and, sorry, we also have a back cap going off at the same time over on the Henge. They were able to retake that. So we have a 2-cap in favor of Dodge or Die, and they're doing quite well over here on the mine point, putting a lot of pressure on Demise, who is about half health right now. Tarsus, it looks like, and Oegs doing a great job just staying on him, focusing, not getting some effective peels off by the red team. Demise really going into the downstate now. It's going to be up to his teammate to res him, and the res is going to go off in time. That is good, at least on this point. And Oeg's close to going into the downstate, and he does on point. It looks like his teammate is just going to move off of the point and leave him there, content to just pull back onto their 2-cap. But it was, that point was, a lot of pressure was put on it for quite some time, kind of forcing the red team to play defensively there. They weren't able to expand onto the other 2 nodes. So pretty impressive play coming out by Dodge or Die here, like I said. Now we see, though, the absurd. If they're going to make a comeback, they're going to push right now up to the keep. If they can win this, and they are already isolating Zombify, he's in a really bad spot right now with so many members of the red team kind of encircling him as he tries to run up over to the keep. He took a lot of damage there, had to pop his Death Shroud. He's at about quarter health now, but now he's got some support from his teammates. At the same time, the absurd just not able to sustain themselves on this point. They're kind of backing off now, trying to refocus on H-Man. As we see, Zeus is now hovering. Oh, Zeus now going into the downstate. Cade with a huge backstab on him. Cleave is also coming out from Tarsus and Cade onto that body. Zeus is forced to Mistform away. Anis Tarsus is going to dodge the immobilize, but the banner does come out to res Zeus there. But at the same time, Cade is going into the downstate, but look over in the picture-in-picture. Mine has been decapped. So far, this has been all Dodge or Die, as it is 413 to 164 here with 6 minutes and 45 seconds left. Again, the Absurd is going to need some kind of a miracle to pull this off, as they've also now lost the mine to a full cap. Managed to decap keep, though, but still just not able to do much against this powerful team of Dodge or Die. So right now, looking, again, barring a miracle, it looks like Dodge or Die is going to take this 1-0. They're going to be one step further for not only making it to the finals this evening, but also for qualifying for that WTS qualifier held on February 7th.
Yeah, and right now, as we can see, Anis Tarsus fighting out Demise was a bear right now, and he's just been kind of working his shouts, trying to cleanse off all the conditions that comes out from that longbow, and he's going to drop down and take out Vrail with his other teammates there, and he's going to work his way back up after they stomp him out, and they do right there. So as we can see, a decap actually happened on Hinge from, I believe it was Cade, and it is, and actually no, it was not Cade, it was Ozzy, I think. Yes, it was Ozzy. Ozzy actually got the decap, and he got the full cap there onto Hinge. So Anis Tarsus is going to have to move in for the 1v1. It doesn't look like anybody's going to be able to support. Ozzy does have the advantage here. He did get a couple of hits in before Tarsus was able to actually move in, so we'll have to see how this unfolds. But there it is, 500 to 177. Dodge or Die takes this game, 500 to 177. That's a pretty decisive victory right there. That's a lot of control. I would have to say that going into the next map, with that kind of dominance, I see them taking it 2-0.
Yeah, this has been an impressive showing by Dodge or Die, really taking it to a team of well-established players, players that have won some high-level tournaments themselves in the Absurd. So really, Dodge or Die now showing themselves as a true force to be reckoned with here, running a very strong comp, but also playing it very effectively. So right now, though, we want to see what Twitch chat thinks. Who's going to win this next game? We are going to do another giveaway, aren't we, Christian?
Are we?
Yes, we have a mini llama code
Let's
to
go ahead and do
give
it.
away. Let's go ahead and do it. So what I want you guys to do now is just go ahead and type in who you think is going to win this next game on Legacy. Is it going to be the Absurd? Is the Absurd going to come back? Or are we going to see Dodge or Die repeat their dominance that they showed us on Forest just a second ago? Go ahead and type your pick in for the winner of the match, for this game and the match, and go ahead and type that in into the chat, and we'll have a winner for you in just a second. But let's go ahead and load into Legacy of the Faux Fire. We can explain the map real fast for those of you that are just joining, and then go ahead and get this match started ASAP, since we are running about an hour behind schedule. So we're going to try to keep things moving as quickly as we possibly can for you guys. So looking at Legacy, the key thing, again, to remember is the fact that you've got that graveyard node in the center that's so big, very hard to cap. And once it's capped, it's also very hard to decap. So that's something to keep in mind. And then you also have the Guild Lord in the upper right-hand and bottom left-hand corners of the map. That Guild Lord is crucial because it gives your team 150 points. So if your team is at the 350 mark, it is an instant win. You will see a lot of hype moments on this map we have today as teams try to push that Guild Lord at the last minute. But game is already starting. We are at 5 seconds. Will it be the Absurd or Dodge or Die? Remember, for your chance at a mini llama, go ahead and spam in the chat. Tell us, who do you think is going to win? Christian, what is the chat saying right now? Who do you think is who do they think is going to come up on top?
It's pretty decisive right now. Just as we said, it looks like everyone's kind of siding together. Dodge or Die definitely has the favor here between us as well as the chat right now. It looks like Dodge or Die is going to get that free cap unless they can, I believe that is Backpack. It is. Backpack actually is going to stray away from the 1v1 with the DDL. He's going to move over to mid. So it looks like Waterfall is going to be a free cap in Dodge or Die's favor, and they're going to be moving over. But Vrail actually got downstated as well. So Dodge or Die looking really good in this start already. They got one person downstated. Demise is very low. It looks like they're going to get him down too, and they do get him down. They're going to stomp him out and ensure that they get this cap as well. This is going to be a 2-cap situation with everybody kind of moving towards mid. It looks like Tarsus actually got fully stomped out, so he's down. H-Man's in there now, getting pressured a little bit here. Let's go ahead and take a look at this, zoom in onto this midpoint here as this battle continues right now. So looking at this right now, it looks like Red Team kind of has most of the control over this graveyard node, and it looks like H-Man's going to try to move over to Waterfall to try to prevent any decaps that are happening. It looks like nothing's going to really be happening here at midpoint. This is just a little dance. They're just going to try to hold this 2-cap. Dodge or Die really wants to just hold this 2-cap for as long as possible. So as we can see right here, Vrail versus H-Man and Zeus on the side of Vrail as well here, doing a 2v1 right now, but it looks like H-Man does have the assistance of his longtime teammate here, Tarsus. They work very, very well together. I've seen them do a lot of 2v2 practice together, so they should be fine here if all goes well. H-Man under heavy pressure, though, so we're going to have to see how this goes. Vrail now under heavy pressure. He comes with the Bassi. He's going to be looking to re-engage pretty soon here, but the Bassi is dodged or blinded, and it does not actually hit. And Vrail's still under pressure. H-Man is well under pressure, and it looks like it's going to be who can get the first person down. And Vrail is under a lot of pressure. H-Man able to get those heals off. Vrail is a thief, so he's going to be able to go down pretty soon. Cade actually gets taken out, and Backpack is down as well, but Backpack is actually the one that gets stomped out. Zombify actually managed to get the Plague Form stomped there. Really good play there, getting him down, and H-Man helps out Zombify as well as Anis Tarsus get down Vrail here, and they're going to control that Waterfall and let that guy bleed out.
You know what? Cade just did an amazing play. He went back over to the Waterfall. Nobody saw him. He actually took out Vrail. He's actually decapping that, or sorry, not decapping. He secured that point for his team, and he's going to run back over to the graveyard, where he's going to try to +1 that fight and now try to burst down somebody else. We already see Zeus has been put on respawn. Demise now going into the downstate as well. Cade has arrived, putting some cleave down, preventing the res, and now another member of the red team is close to going into the downstate on mid as well. That is Ozzy. Ozzy not looking so hot. He is poisoned as well. That hurt his healing ability, getting stomped out. So the Dodge or Die is going to secure the graveyard node again. They just decapped it with that firm hold on the waterfall as well. This again is not looking good for the Absurd. Dodge or Die seems to be really taking it to them in this match as well. Looks like the Twitch chat predictions so far have been correct. Dodge or Die really again bringing the pain to the Absurd here in this match. They're actually 3-capping right now. Oh my, just not able to get anything going is the Absurd. Backpack going into the downstate. Demise went in for the res. He got feared off though, and now we have Tarsus coming over for the cleave. Backpack still in the downstate, nobody able to get him up yet. Cleave damage coming out from the blue team. Finally, Lord Vrail is going to try to go in for the res, but it's not going to be in time. Backpack does get cleaved completely out there. Zombify sliding back over to the Quarry node, trying to get a decap there. He's been intercepted by Frail though, so we have that 2v2 developing over here on the Quarry node. Actually, it's 3v3 now, as 2 other players have also arrived. So, you know, they're able, Dodge or Die is able to keep this 2-cap, and then they're putting pressure on the far node. I like the aggressive style of play here. Good teams tend to play aggressive. They tend to try to keep things on the offensive side of the zone, trying to fight on nodes that your opponents own, not your team, trying to put the pressure and force the Absurd to come back and defend nodes that they have, as opposed to trying to go for decaps on either Graveyard or the Waterfall. This is, again, a great aggressive play coming out from Dodge or Die right now. Again, 313 to 105. If you are the Absurd, you're going to have to try to split up Dodge or Die. It looks like they're able right now to just sort of focus on the Quarry node. Nobody from the Absurd has been able to go for a back cap for some time. There's just a 1v1 currently sitting on the Graveyard. Looks like Backpack was able to get the decap though, so there is some momentum combined with Cade going to the downstate briefly, but his team right there to res him, as good teammates should. So that's fantastic play, coordinated coming out from the Dodge or Die there, as one of their teammates went into the downstate and they were able to quickly get on that body and pick him back up. Cade was able to pretty much heal himself back up, so he is still going to be very much a factor in this fight over on Quarry node. Really, if you're the Absurd, you've got to find a way to end this fight on Quarry and move over to another point. If you're not able to do that, you're going to be stuck in the situation that you are in right now, which is you're not able to put enough pressure on the other 2 nodes and get back into this game. Looks like Dodge or Die, though, has sort of pulled back a little bit, or at least they feigned it a little bit. Tarsus has moved back onto the point, so now Red Team is going to have to make a decision. Do we leave a 1v1 here on Quarry? It looks like they are going to do that and send somebody over to decap the Waterfall, almost full cap it. They might get a full cap here. They might have a 2-cap, the Absurd, and might be able to come back into this game as they still have the Quarry. Demise is doing a great job holding that against Tarsus. Let's go ahead and check out the midpoint, though. What's going on over here at mid here?
You know, looking over at mid here, it looks like it's pretty much just a brawl happening right now. A lot of pressure being put on Zombify, and rightly so. One thing to note about Zombify, he opted for Spectral Armor over Spectral Walk with this build right now. That means he's going to be lacking a lot of mobility. He's using the minion a little bit late, so he's not going to be able to get very far. He's not going to... One thing I noticed that Nas does is that he really sets it up in advance so that he can teleport back to wherever he wants to go. And because of that, Zombify not doing that, he's not able to just kind of pull out whenever he wants to. Not running that Spectral Walk, so he can't pull out whenever he wants to. One thing to also note is that he's using Plague primarily to secure stomps, so he doesn't have that when he's put under pressure. And because of that, when people like Backpack and Zeus and Frail get on top of him, he doesn't really have any cooldowns for himself other than Spectral Armor and Death Shroud to actually absorb most of those blows, and he kind of gets his Death Shroud wiped right out and pressured pretty early, and he's forced to kind of kite around. So it's causing problems for himself in these big team fights where a lot of the players are involved from both sides. As we can see, the Cade's being dropped into the downstate here. Ostrich Egg's trying to get a res, but he's just going to wind up leaving it, in my opinion, because there's just too much pressure here. Ostrich Egg's under similar pressure. He might go into the downstate as he moves into Graveyard here. Everybody's kind of following him out, and he's going to try his best to move out. Vrail right on his tail, though. He's going to try to get the immobilize, but it's actually missed. The Slick Shoe's coming into play with that super speed there, and Ostrich Eggs is going to just kite him all the way over to his node, or to that node there, and Zeus is going to try to 2v1 with Vrail there, so we're going to have to see how that unfolds. Looking over at Waterfall, though, it looks like there's a 1v1 happening between both H-Man and that's Ozzy there. So that's going to be pretty much, in my opinion, a stalemate. I believe Ozzy is actually running the Shot Warrior build, and he is running that Shot Warrior build. So this is pretty much going to be a stalemate, so we're going to have to see what happens here. There's still 6.5 minutes left. 400 points on the side of Dodge or Die. So something's going to have to happen on their side pretty soon here. Ostrich Eggs just got stomped out here, and they're going to hold Quarry. Absurd's going to be able to maintain that cap and move into midpoint where there's already a fight happening. Cade trying to zone out Vrail, but it's not going to be too much longer that he's going to be able to do that, even with that acro build having a lot of dodges with that withdraw there as well.
Yeah, you know what? This is a great comeback push coming out from the Absurd. They need, though, to secure one other node, try to keep these nodes at least decapped as they try to claw back into this game now. The game is not over, 275 to 396. That's a little bit more than a 100-point lead in favor of Dodge or Die. I've seen bigger comebacks than this, so it is possible, guys, that we could see the Absurd take this one, as they are also going to get mid right now. Demise, as we see in the picture-in-picture, is full cap right now mid. That is excellent stuff coming out from the Demise and the red team there, being able to secure a 2-cap. We do see on the main screen, though, the Dodge or Die has been able to at least get another point back, so they do have the waterfall. But now with that 2-cap in favor of the Absurd. Oh no, but look over in the picture-in-picture, they have just lost Quarry node, so that 2-cap, they just weren't able to sustain it for very long. As Zeus, just with that glassy fresh air build, not able to stand on point against Tarsus. Tarsus is going to go back and get the full cap here. We've got the Graveyard still in favor of the red team, but Cade and Backpack are both very low, fighting over here on the waterfall node that has been decapped. This could be great again for the Absurd, as they are again the only team with an actual node right now. Zombify, though, going to have to pull his heal. He does pop it in time, but he has been immobilized here, and it looks like Demise is going to jump on him right away. Let's see if he's able to get him down. Zombify, though, with a quick fear from his trait line there, letting him get away there. Cade with the decap over on Graveyard. Absurd is not going down without a fight, Christian. I like this a lot. You know, we see a good, strong push coming from them. They haven't given up yet, but Dodge or Die looks like they are going to win that 1v1 over here on the Quarry nodes, as you can see in the picture-in-picture. If they can win this, they're going to be the first team to get another node back, which means they're going to start getting closer to that 500-point mark. I don't see a Lord push coming here from Dodge or Die because they are securing this Quarry node. I think I would just sort of see if you can ride this out, kind of keep pressure on either the Graveyard or the Waterfall, see if you can either cap the Waterfall or decap Graveyard. One or the other would be enough, I think, to get them the victory, as they are less than 50 points away now. So they are just going to try to train Zeus down, put him into the downstate. As you see, he has just been put into the downstate. They're now going to cleave him out, and it looks like with the full cap coming out on the Waterfall and the decap on Quarry, I think we can safely call this for Dodge or Die.
Yeah, absolutely. That 2-cap is what solidified it. Zombify moving over with Cade and taking out Vrail very early onto that Graveyard really solidified their ability to take that mid-fight and force pressure onto them so that they could secure both side nodes there. And here we go, 495 points still ticking. It's just a matter of time until this is Dodge or Die's game, and there it goes, 501 to 359. Dodge or Die takes this 2-0 over the Absurd and moves on to the finals. That means now that Dodge or Die has qualified for the WTS Invitational Qualifier and could potentially be playing for a $50,000 prize pool.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, they've just qualified by winning that match. They will be playing in the February 7th qualifier here, being run by or in conjunction with ESL and ArenaNet. This is great stuff. Congratulations to Dodge or Die. They, though, will tonight have a chance to play for a prize pool of $500. The winning team getting $400 of that prize pool, as they now have to face the WTS champion, the first ever winner of the WTS. It happened in December over in Beijing. The Absurd established what has been their dominance over basically since TOG. With this current roster that is overhauled slightly, it's going to be interesting to see. OX comes and now and faces his former team, faces the team that he saw in the or he played with in Beijing. He was removed from the roster after that, and now he is coming back with Dodge or Die to take on his former team. This this is going to be a great finals for you guys this evening.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this matchup. It's going to be a great one. While we get everybody into this match, we're going to have everybody kind of piling in, so it's going to be a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and get the giveaway winner for you guys that we set up a little while ago. The winner is actually Winter145. So congratulations, Winter145. You're on the stream right there. Congratulations. I believe that was a llama mini pet.
Yep.
I could be.
Yep,
Okay, llama mini pet. So congratulations. Make sure you message us on this account that we're on right now, Digital Pro Sports on Twitch. We will send you a message if you can't send us one, so make sure you check that so that you can get your reward. I believe we're going to go on a break for just a little bit while we get everybody into this room. One team is already in here, so it should not take too long. We're going to have DOD ready for you versus the Absurd, a team we have yet to see today, but a team we know all about.
Yep, and I can already see that we have the Absurd coming into the room, but we just we want to give everybody a quick chance to make sure that they're ready. They have their full rosters set, so we're going to take, again, a quick break. Hopefully, knock on wood.
Yeah.
No more roster issues tonight, and we will see you guys in a bit.